Hello, past Evie. For future Evie. I'm going to be ranking Succession characters based on how valid I think that they are. Hi, Savannah. I'm making a video. Nobody can hear you because I have my lav mic.
Yeah, I know. I now understood why you were looking for your lav mic.
This is why I was looking for my lav mic, yes. Okay, we're going to be ranking Succession characters. I hope that it does actually get picked up, because that would be funny. Okay, we're ranking Succession characters based on how valid I think they are. Tier list maker. And down here at the bottom, I have 13 characters from the television program Succession, and I'm going to rank them from S to A on how valid I think that they are. So S, obviously, those are the most valid characters. D being those are the least valid characters. So let's start. What was it?
No S to F, S to D?
I can't think that much. I can't think enough to S to F.
You can't... Well, F is just the bottom. It's F, D, C, B, A. S.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay, so let's... There are no F tier characters in Succession. This is so stupid. Okay, we're gonna start with Marcia. So you would think that like she would be kind of like, is she valid or no? She's kind of a gray area because yeah, she did marry Logan Roy, but I don't know really anything else about her. Maybe Shiv was right and she is a spy. We don't know. She has a daughter and a son, and that's it. So I think that she's a solid B tier on validness because really, I don't know. It could go either way. Next up is a solid S tier. This is Jerry. First of all, mommy. Look at this picture I chose for her. Wow. Anyway, Jerry is incredibly valid. Do I need to list the reasons? Because I will. Number 1, tops Roman Roy. Easy. That's already your top valid. Secondly, girl boss moment. Every single time she's on screen is a girl boss moment. And truly, that's really great for her. And I just love Jerry. Okay, next is Connor, who is solid D tier. I hate Connor so much. Like I hate all the characters, like, fundamentally. But fuck, I hate Connor. I hate Connor. I talk about how much I hate Connor probably on a daily basis. I think about that every single day, how much I hate this man. He's anti-masturbation. How can you be anti-masturbation? It's ridiculous. I hate him. Next is Frank. Frank, I would say, is like A tier valid. Like, I feel bad that he got fired and then rehired so many times. Like, yeah, he's definitely a war criminal, but like, who here isn't? And I think that he's a girl boss, so A. This is kind of I feel like some people like would put Kendall in S tier. I'm gonna put Kendall in C tier because you know what? I don't think he's valid. First of all, I chose this photo of him rapping for his dad, because that's really the only good Kendall moment, except for when he did that thing where he's like, "Let's give him something." Fuck the patriarchy. That one was kind of a girl boss moment. But like literally any other time, he's just like a cuck. So C tier valid. He's like a little bit valid, but like mostly not. Logan Roy is the second most unvalid man I've ever seen in my entire life, only behind Connor. These are the two least valid men I've ever seen in my entire life. Very unvalid. Rava is a solid A tier. I think she's very valid. She was in a sex scene, one of the few actual sex scenes in this very horny show. And I really like that. I really appreciate that of her to do. She got Kendall to eat her out, which I think is like pretty valid of her. I think she's a girl boss. She cares about her family and does not give a shit about Kendall. So, valid. Roman, we don't need to talk about it. Tom is very not valid. Tom is D tier. I love Tom, but that man is not valid in the least. That is like, there's nothing valid about Tom. Shiv, I'm gonna go with put it with Kendall in C tier. I think that she's also not valid, but like only like she gets like she's supreme girl boss, but like not in a valid way. Like what's her name? Elizabeth Holmes?
I think so, yeah.
She's like Elizabeth Holmes girl boss, whereas Jerry is like Meryl Streep girl boss. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that I want to have sex with her. Next, Greg is incredibly valid. That's a valid man. Next, I have Willa, and I really don't know why I have her on here. So she's going to go in B tier. I think that she could be less valid. I feel like she is only sleeping with Connor for his money, but she also kind of thinks she could fix him. I don't think that I personally could fix Connor. I don't think anybody can. I don't think God could fix Connor. Connor's just that fucked. Don't laugh at that. It's gonna make me break. Connor's just that fucked in the head that I don't think that he can be fixed. Willa thinks she can fix him though, and I think that's admirable. She loses valid points because she's a writer, but she gains valid points because she got a bad review and threw an iPad into the ocean. That's very valid of her.
Oh, that was her?
That was her.
Okay. That was a funny scene.
That was a really funny scene. That was right before the chicken scene.
Yeah.
That was a really good episode. And then finally, the 13th character that we have here.
Oh, maybe I
You should watch Succession. Okay. Is another incredibly valid character, and that's Stewie. I'm going to put him in... I don't know if I should put him in S tier or A tier. Let's put him... We'll put him in A tier, and we'll talk about it, and then we'll see if I want to change my mind. Stewie is valid because he has had sex with Kendall, which puts him on the same level as Rava because they've both had sex with Kendall. One of them explicitly, one of them not. I do believe in my heart of hearts that Kendall has snorted coke off of Stewie's abs. I think that that's true, and that actually happened in the real life fiction of the universe that they're in. And I feel like that, I don't know. He is more of a girl boss. But, like, he's on, like, the same war crime level as Frank, I think. So, like, I feel like maybe he's just A tier. And this is it. This is my tier list. I've decided that this is done. This is my tier list of Succession characters based on how valid I think they are. Succession characters ranked on how valid I personally think they are. And this is the final tier list, and this is the only actual correct answer to any of them. Unless you say that Stewie is valid tier S, then that's also okay. Great job, gang. Love to all. Good night.